is going to start to tell me a lot more about this individual's values. And I can start evaluating, is this going to be a fit?
Nice. Yeah.
And
Well, I
because
mean,
the other thing is, I don't want
that's
to hire an
reassurance.
employee who doesn't ask me any questions during the interview. hmm Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't mean to step over you there. I
Oh, no, no,
you
no, no,
cut out
no,
for a
no.
moment.
I'm just thinking out
Um,
loud.
yeah,
That's
no, good.
yeah.
Yeah, I love to hear people think. That's a good thing.
Well, you have a way of making your mind, the person's mind churn. It's kind of like, okay, so
Thank you.
now, what you're bringing, what you're telling me, it makes me think
hmm
about what I've done in the past, or what,
hmm
another direction I should be taking in the future.
hmm Yep. Um, 2 points here. First of all, I tend to talk about how we're going to improve, and every now and then that gets interpreted as criticism. Criticize, you have a business that's up and running and exists. You're doing something right. Can we make it better? Sure. But you're doing a lot of things right. Now let's find out what we can fine tune. And the
Hmm.
other thing is, uh, leadership is a growth journey. You never arrive. You're never done growing as a leader. So we're always learning new things. My mentor's on the phone every Tuesday morning with usually a couple hundred of us, and he'll tell us a leadership topic and then spend hours answering questions. Do I make it every Tuesday? No. I mean, it's not possible, but
Right.
I make it. I listen to the recording sometimes, and so he's always filling me with fresh ideas and fresh information, so I can evaluate and decide what to incorporate.
Very nice. Very nice. So,
hmm
Art, how
Yeah.
does one get in contact with you if they need you?
Okay. You can go to yourbusinesswingman.com and contact me there, or art at b10consulting.com. And I would love to. I'll give anybody, you know, a complimentary coaching session, 30 to 45 minutes or so, and see, just so they can talk to me and see how I operate, and they can, tell me a little bit about their business and their needs, and then talk about how I might be able to help. So, that first call is really important, and I
Mhm.
just want to talk to people and see if I can help them. And I really believe if I can add value in that first call, even if they don't say, "Hey, let's do a contract, let's do a coaching for the next year," um, even if they don't, I've added some value, which is again my mission, and
Mhm.
they may tell somebody else. They may come back to me 3 years from now. But I really believe if I just add value, it's going to come back to me, and it does.
Nice, nice. Absolutely love it.
hmm
Well, I'm actually going to make sure that we have your contact information on our social platform,
hmm
because I think this is valuable
Thank you.
information. And I also would
hmm
like get your permission to share with our other hosts that's on our platform. Because a lot of
Please
them, they're
do.
starting their podcasting,
hmm
and we're guiding them the best way we know how.
hmm
And if we can share resources like yourself, I think that will
Yep.
be ideal to continue to help them, to continue to help them
Yep.
grow.
I would love to. Up until now, I've worked mainly on referrals because if somebody I've worked with in the past refers a company to me, it's probably going to be a pretty good values fit. Um, and so I'm kind of getting out now, trying to doing today because one, I hope doing it helps people and adds value, and
Mhm.
two, it'll get me a little more widely known. And if somebody listens to this and is totally different than what my values, what I'm trying to say they are and show they are, um, frankly, Cami, they probably aren't going to finish listening to the podcast. They're going to say, "I'm not a fit with this guy," right? So if I'm just open and honest and I'm trying to help people, it's going to pay off. Sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel that. I really do.
hmm
Very cool. Very cool. I love what you do. I love your values. Again, I love that you help people like myself who's just getting started
Thank
and
you.
don't really have a whole lot. but could use the advice and treasure, the
Hmm.
nuggets of wisdom that people like yourself is willing to share. And that's amazing within itself, because you don't have to be here.
Hmm.
You know, you don't have to be sharing with my listeners, but you were here, and we appreciate that.
Big part of leadership is just showing up. Show up and make a contribution wherever you can.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to let
Hmm.
you go with some words of wisdom. So, for a person that's trying to be in your shoes and do the same thing that you're doing, what type of advice could you give them?
Hmm. Never stop growing. Make sure you have some mentors, somebody who's going to speak into your life and help you get started in a way where you're adding value to other people. So, um, as you first get started, we have a tendency as coaches to probably talk too much. And in my mind, a perfect coaching session is where I only ask questions. Because if I give you the answer to your issue, it's Art's answer. You may or may not buy it, you may or may not try it. If
Right.
I ask you questions until you realize what Cammy's answer is, now it's your solution. You own it, you're going to implement it, and then I can do the follow up and hold you accountable for doing the things you told me you would do.
Very cool. Very cool. Art, thank you so much for
Hmm.
being on the show. I would like to invite you back. In fact, I'm thinking we might want to get you to come on at least once a month, to give us some words of wisdom.
I think that'd
If
be
you're
fun.
interested in being our
Yeah,
official consultant for the network, we would love to have you. So please
that
consider
would be
that. You don't
fun.
have to answer on the air,
Yeah,
but if you
that's
would
okay.
just
I think it'd
consider
be
it.
fun. If we can get it scheduled, let's do it.
Okay, I
Okay.
love it. Absolutely love it. Well, thank you so very much for being on the
Yeah.
show. And guys, I
Okay.
mean, please, 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 um, hit this guy up. He has the information you need, to build your business, to make the right decision for your business. And so, you can't really, I really say people can't get away without having a coach. You have to have a coach. If it's,
Oh yeah.
in every
Hmm.
aspect, you have to have a coach. I mean, I had to have a coach to get me started. You can't just do it
Yep.
from scratch. You can try, but you always have to go to someone who knows, who's been there,
Tough way to
and
go.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly, exactly. So hey, and this is what he does. This is
Hmm.
what he specializes in getting the answers for you. So yeah, thank you so much for being on the show.
Okay. Cammy, thank you for the opportunity. I've really enjoyed talking with you. It's been
Absolutely,
fun.
absolutely. And this is not it. We're going to do it some more.
Good. Okay.
Sounds good. Okay, guys. Until next week, right
Thank you.
here,
Okay.
SKST Radio. Tell them bye, Art.
Take care.